Poetry in motion, Sunday poetry in motion. Poetry in motion, Sunday poetry in motion. Poetry in motion, Sunday poetry in motion. Poetry in motion, Sunday poetry in motion.
Hello once again and welcome to Poetry in Motion Sunday. I'm Craig Lewis and you're watching episode 23. Starting with my first poem, this one is called Lies He Once Devoured. He was curious about his identity as a Nubian and thought naturally there were more to what the teachers were schooling him. Thus the information, coated with limitation, was tried and tested, until what was manifested was the truth. The spurious claims about his people he was spoon-fed as a youth, which wasn't suffice. Merely a starter, not touching the sides like yam, fried dumpling, peas and rice. So for a decent price he would explore bookstores which offered more than the local library, where a myriad of our stories was told by folks colored in ivory. And finally he'd obtained the food for his soul. The source of his Nubian roll was sprinkled with delight. Many notes he jotted down and often would recite, like love letters to a girl. He learned of his descendants from the inventors in this world, silencing the lies such as no black people were in Britain before 1945, a fiction story vibe that ran its course. Now he stands with force as he steps into his power, the caricatures divorced, along with lies he once devoured. And moving on to my second poem, this one's called Welcome and Be Glad It's Summer. As a watery star clocks out from the sky, and the shifts begun by the sovereign eye, the heat beats the street, the birds sing along, a trip to the beach, you couldn't go wrong. Welcome and be glad it's summer. The paths are smeared with broken glass, but some do call this home. Approach for change each soul that pass, at times no mercy is shown. Each day on repeat, they beg from the heat. Welcome and be glad it's summer. Beer gardens are packed to the rim, glasses of Yale, glasses of gin. A guy puts cash on a horse and it wins, and so great is one's fortune known. But the more he wins, the more he drinks. With no family, he's alone. Welcome and be glad it's summer. The fortunate enjoy this most. The barbecues became the host. Friends and family all unite. Bring a bottle, the sort you like. Scenes like this are a gorgeous sight. Welcome and be glad it's summer. Though for this season many complain, undercover lovers of rain, the sun too hot is coming with flames. Some curse the weatherman like he's to blame. If their grass needs cutting, they're likely to strain. Welcome and be glad it's summer. And now my third and final poem, this one is called She Was Spared the Plight. He was man of the house before puberty, so creepy things were usually left for him to catch. From 8-legged spiders to 4-legged mice, he'd catch and disperse them, was always precise. Protected his mother and 3 sisters too. While most boys were outdoors gallivanting in crews, he sat with a pen, many pictures he drew, and sometimes he would stay up late. His mum didn't mind, it was keeping him safe from the streets that were known to be cold. She's friend with mothers whose sons are enthralled by the roads, so seldom her Bible was closed. She checked his room each morning she rose. A smile would reflect her relief, 'cause each night was a death on the street. Blue lights would constantly beat her curtains with a flash. When police cars drove past, it would illuminate her room. And the cause was a child that was taken too soon. Each night she holds him tight and tells him how much he's loved. She's thankful she's been spared the plight of a single mum raising a thug. And there you have it, my poetry fix for you today. Hope you enjoyed. Until next week, short and sweet. Take care.
Poetry in motion, Sunday poetry in motion. Poetry in motion, Sunday poetry in motion. Poetry in motion, Sunday.